Hello everyone. In today's online classroom teaching, we will discuss about 8 limbs means Ashtanga Yoga in Yoga Darshan. The founder of Yoga Darshan is Maharshi Patanjali, and the basic book to know about Yoga Darshan is Yoga Sutra. Maharshi Patanjali has defined the word yoga in his second sutra of Yoga Sutra, which is Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. This term's definition hinges on the meaning of 3 Sanskrit terms. Here, the mind is chitta, the modifications of mind is vritti, and yoga is the inhibition of the modifications of the mind means chitta. Swami Vivekananda translates the sutra as yoga is restraining the mind stuff means chitta from taking various forms, that is vrittis. In this way, yoga chitta vritti nirodha is the definition of yoga. Ashtanga Yoga, which is also called the 8 limbs of yoga, are as follows. Patanjali has defines yoga as having 8 components. The 8 limbs of yoga are yama, niyama, asanas, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan and samadhi. In simple words, if we will describe these 8 limbs of yoga, we can say that yama is abstinences, niyama observances, asana that is yoga posture, pranayama is all about breath control, pratyahara is the withdrawal of the senses, dharana is concentration, and dhyana meditation, samadhi absorption. You can see here in this picture there is a tree and all 8 limbs are showed here as the branches of yoga. These are called Ashtanga Yoga, means 8 limbs of Yoga Darshan. Now we will explain these 8 limbs one by one. Yamas are ethical vows in the yogic tradition and can be thought of as moral imperatives. 5 yamas are listed in Yoga Sutra are in this way. Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya and Aparigraha. Ahimsa is non-violence, non-harming other living beings through actions and speech. Satya is truthfulness, non-falsehood. Asteya is non-stealing. Brahmacharya means chastity, and marital fidelity or sexual restraint. Aparigraha, non-greed, non-grasping, non-possessiveness. Another limb is niyama. The second component of Patanjali's yoga path is called niyama, which includes virtuous habits, behaviors and observances. Sadhana Pad verse 32 has listed the niyamas as shauch, that is purity, clearness of mind, speech and body. Santosh, contentment, acceptance of others, acceptance of one's circumstances as they are in order to get past or change them, optimism for self. Tapas, that literally translates to fire or heat, but in yogic context it means persistence. Perseverance, austerity. Swadhyaya means self-study, reflection, introspection of self thoughts, speeches and actions, study of scriptures. Ishwar Pranidhan, contemplation of the Ishvara, Brahman, true self, unchanging reality. Third comes asana. Patanjali begins discussion of asana by defining it in verse 46 of book 2 as follows: Sthir Sukham Asanam. It means an asana is what is steady and pleasant. It can be also translated in this way: motionless and agreeable form of staying is asana. Asana is thus a meditation posture that one can hold for a period of time, staying relaxed, steady, comfortable and motionless. Patanjali does not list any specific asana except the terse suggestions posture one can hold with comfort and motionlessness. Next comes pranayama. Pranayama is made out of two Sanskrit words, that is pran, breath, and ayama means restraining or stretching. After a desired posture has been achieved, recommended the next limb of yoga, pranayama, which is the practice of consciously regulating breath, inhalation and exhalation. These are divided into three steps: Purak, Kumbhak and Rechak. Next is Pratyahara. Pratyahara is a combination of two Sanskrit words, Prati and Ahara. Prati means against and Ahara means food, diet or intake. Pratyahara means not taking any input or any information from the sense organs. It is a process of retracting the sensory experience from external objects. It is a step of self-extraction and abstraction. Pratyahara marks the transition of yoga experience from first four limbs that perfect external forms to last three limbs that perfect inner state from outside to inside. First four are known as Bahirang Sadhan and last three are known as Antarang Sadhan. Dharana. Dharana means concentration, introspective focus and one-pointedness of mind. The root of word is dhri, which means to hold, maintain, keep. Dharana, as the sixth limb of yoga, is holding one's mind onto a particular inner state, subject or topic of one's mind. The mind is fixed on a mantra or one's breath, navel, tip of tongue, any place or an object one wants to observe or a concept, idea, anything. Dhyan. Dhyan literally means contemplation, reflection and profound abstract meditation. Dhyan is integrally related to dharana. One leads to other. Dharana is a state of mind, dhyana the process of mind. Dhyana is distinct from dharana in that the meditator becomes actively engaged with its focus. In this way, Patanjali defines contemplation as the mind process where the mind is fixed on something and then there is a course of uniform modification of knowledge. The last limb of Ashtanga Yoga is Samadhi. Samadhi, which means putting together, joining, combining with union, harmonious whole trance. Samadhi is oneness with the subject of meditation. There is no distinction during the 8 limb of yoga between the actor of meditation, the act of meditation and the subject of meditation. Samadhi is that spiritual state when one's mind is so absorbed in whatever it is contemplating on that the mind loses the sense of its own identity. There is only oneness, that is Samadhi. So, all three inner state, these limbs, antarang limbs, practiced on a particular object or subject is called Sanyam by Patanjali. So, this was the explanation of Ashtanga Yoga. Thank you.